All right, first let's start with what came out last week. Hi, Taylor. That's Taylor Hoffman. Woo! That's great, Gage. They run Black Cat Comics, my favorite comic shop in town.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, last week, man, what do we like? Greg, I'll let you go first.
Well, like I said, it's going to be a replay probably, but Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is incredibly good. It's so good.
Let's get the names on there.
There you go. Jason Aaron, Chris Picciolo, Tim Townsend.
Dense-ass artwork. Takes a while to get through in a good way.
It takes a while to get through in a really good way because you're so concentrating on this art, which just captures all the crazy Doctor Strange stuff.
The updating of the characters, too, and I like the way they opened the book with a lot of the panels from the old Ditko stuff. They get past the origin telling in one page very quickly.
Yeah.
Thank God, because we don't need any more of that, do we?
We'll get that with the movie. We don't need it in here.
It's great for new readers and like old fans alike. Like everyone that comes in and they ask, well, even if they don't ask what they should get, we just say...
Shove it in their hand and say you should get this.
Yeah, well, this is one of those shops anyway where it's like a good Chinese restaurant. You don't always get what you order, but you walk away with what you need.
I like that.
It's very good for you! And then I know we have another one collectively as well.
We do have another collective pick.
And this is for me battling it out with Doctor Strange's book of last week.
Yeah, these are both so good. This is the one that I didn't think was going to be my thing.
Me either.
Which surprises me because I was automatically on board.
Well, and
there's a difference.
Right. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. Okay, this is a book about a bunch of teen and preteen girls
in the 80s.
In the 80s, that have a paper route.
And then it gets
that's it.
Well, then it gets crazy, but
and they go on some crazy adventures and things get weird. But I mean, really, how are you gonna? If it wasn't Brian K. Vaughan, I have no idea how anybody could have sold this book.
Because it's like Curb Stomp meets Lumberjanes.
It's like Curb Stomp meets Lumberjanes. I haven't read Curb Stomp.
It is a little bit, yeah.
With a little ufology, maybe.
Yeah. I definitely got the Curb Stomp.
Yeah.
Vibe a little bit when I was reading it.
It wasn't issue 4. So.
Did you guys catch the Monster Squad thing in there too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because for anybody who hasn't read it, there's a beautiful splash page with one of the girls waking up in her bedroom with her little sister.
Yes.
And there's a Monster Squad poster on the wall, and it really informs the entire tone of this book because it's definitely got kind of a Bad News Bears, Monster Squad, smart kids.
Yeah, kind of does.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of, what was that movie that I said? Where they've got they're making their own movie and it's a sci-fi.
Super 8.
Super 8, yes. I thought it was Curb Stomp and Super 8.
I can see that.
That's what I got with it.
It slots right into all the kind of stories about smart kids.
Yeah, it's very, it's very 80s movie goodies kind of, it's cool stuff.
Yeah, without placating to it either, I'll say. It's like a lot of times writers will try to access that era and it's really forced, but again, it's fucking Brian K. Vaughan, man.
I mean, they try so hard to do it sometimes, and you can see what they're trying to do, but they're not always hitting it out of the park there.
It's not just saying, I like the Goonies. It's cool.
Yeah, it's actually doing something with the tropes.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the beginning of the Marvel launch last week? Did you read any of that?
I didn't read Spider-Man or Iron Man yet. I've got them both because I'm a huge fan of both of the characters, and I think that I'm just happy Dan Slott's still doing Spider-Man because, as far as I'm concerned, you can relaunch all day long, but just make sure you get Dan Slott on there because he's the guy that saved Spider-Man.
Yeah, he kind of owns the character right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, totally.
It's funny. I don't read Spider-Man. I don't read Iron Man, but I'll pick them up every so often, of course. I read Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman.
Of course you do.
So I could go on.
New Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that soon.
We'll talk about that.
But so I read Amazing Spider-Man kind of out of obligation because I knew he wouldn't get to it in time because there are so many good books. And there's only so much time for each of us to read so many. So
lose sleep.
Yeah, well, I don't. I can say that. I write too much.
I need sleep.
Yeah. The thing about the Amazing Spider-Man was it's a good introduction. It's Peter at Parker Industries basically saying, I'm not Donald Trump, like me. I'm great.
Right.
Which is fun. I mean, I thought I got it mixed up, thinking that the Amazing Spider-Man was going to be Miles Morales, and was sorely disappointed when it wasn't.
But then you read it, and you were no longer disappointed.
Exactly, because it had the preview of Silk. And
I think they're playing you, woman.
Yes.
They equate him to poor man's Tony Stark in the comic, but he's coming off almost like Bruce Wayne to me.
A little bit.
In a
In
a weird way.
You know, I mean,
No,
he
when you
is
read it.
like, I love the whole Parker Industries thing that he took over after Superior.
Yeah.
You know, when Octavius did the whole thing and was his.
He's not gone yet either, buddy.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah,
worth picking up for sure.
You know, and I think it's really great how they're doing that, and they're actually making him into, you know, the viable genius character that he should be.
Right.
You know, Dan Slott is, like you said, he's kind of owning him right now, but he's doing what he needs to do.
I think overall the Marvel launch is less frivolous than their relaunches have been for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's tiresome having a bunch of new #1s, but it is, well, for us it's great because we can say, hey, jump on this #1.
Yeah.
Here's Doctor Strange. You know what? If you haven't read Spider-Man, here's Amazing Spider-Man.
I'm such two minds with the #1s. You know, because what part of me is
Old.
No, all of me is old.
Oh.
Look at the shirt you're wearing.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm a little old, okay? Now, you know, I mean, part of me is getting so damn sick of trying to remember when I price stuff. God damn it, what volume is this? I got to look in the price guide. I got to do something to figure out, you know,
right.
I can't remember what it is. You know, in Spider-Man, we're on volume 4. And we just had volume 3.
How many Captain Americans?
Yeah, and Captain America, oh my God, this is like volume 9. Yeah, this is like volume 9, 8 or 9. And that's not counting all new Captain America.
That's what I was trying to count.
If I could do effects, I'd put like thought lines going between you guys. Like, is it 8 or 9? Is it 8 or 9?
Well, that was the thing. Are we doing all new Captain America? No, that's separate, which is all new, all different, all the time,
right.
always,
and
forever.
instead of the reprints.
What if?
So, you know, I mean, part of me is just like, oh my God, I got to start a new thing in my back issues. You know, part of me as a collector is like, shit, man, I got to get another tab and I got to do another, and sort them differently. And, you know, I mean, like with Wolverine, I'm putting my stuff away and I'm putting them in the wrong places because I'm forgetting what volume it is. Because it's like 5 or 6 or I don't even know now, something.
But he's dead
you know,
now, so
but
it doesn't matter.
yeah, and always will be. You know, okay. But you know, being a store owner, I'm kind of excited about it. You know, because people can come in and they're like, "Oh, hey, I haven't been following Spider-Man. Where should I pick it up?" And I'm like, "Well, issue #1."
Yeah.
You know.
Do you guys see a sales spike when a bunch of new ones come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Lots of new people too.
No, yeah, a lot of new people will come in and pick up a #1, and a lot of kind of casual readers will pick it up just to see, you know. Which I mean, I hate to propagate this, but you know, it's just kind of how the world is now. People won't pick up a number, you know, 97 or 213 or a number 400.
Well, the mythologies have become so dense. It's not like the 70s or even the 80s when we were younger.
Oh yeah,
where
you can pick
you know,
that up and it can be like
issue 112, and it's still kind of a self-contained story.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like this Amazing Spider-Man #1. You know, they're like, okay, well here it is, right? Well, it's got all this history. It's got Amazing Spider-Man, the last series. It's got Superior Spider-Man. It's got all the other Spider-Man history. You know, I mean, it's got all this history to it. It's not like they're just starting everything over. It's not a reboot. It's a relaunch.
Right.
You know, and people have a hard time understanding that. You know, the difference between those two things. You know, and they'll pick up a #1 even if it has all this baggage, but they won't pick up another 17 if it has less baggage. It's really weird, you know.
Yeah, they feel like they're jumping into the middle of a storyline.
Right. Yeah.
And the way this stuff is written these days with these long, overreaching arcs, it is really hard to just jump in. I know because I mean, like, you know, when I started buying heavily again a couple of months ago from you guys, it took me a lot of back reading, man. You know, and I had to get on the Marvel digital thing, and so I had access to the issues where I was able to like go back and
you gotta do some work sometimes.
It's rewarding though. I mean, while I kind of miss the self-contained nature of the older books, I think the newer books and the way it's done now is a lot more rewarding overall. But you kind of just can't fall off the boat. That's the thing.
Well, you know, and the funny thing is about the older books, there is that, you know, self-contained nature of it, but at the same time, I mean, you know, the crossover element of it was so much more prevalent then, and they did it so much better. You know, because I mean, you would pick up an issue of X-Men, say, and you would read it, and they'd say something about like, you know, oh, where's Bobby? You know, and then they would have a little asterisk, and then go to the bottom and say, Iceman, you know, follow what Iceman's doing in Marvel Team Up 37 when he's teaming up with Spider-Man, and he's not in there. It's not, you know, for the continuity and history, you know, baggage-laden stories they have right now, they sure do a bad job keeping that continuity going.
Yeah, I was gonna. If they still did the
so
asterisk and sidebar, the comics would be full of those.
No,
It
yeah.
would
No.
all be footnotes.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? That they could do that with important stuff. And because, you know, the other thing, though, that and watch, they won't do it with this one.
Here's an idea.
No, they do it. With Marvel, we'll do this. I'm showing you this before Street Date, so, you know.
It won't be live before Street. It'll be live after midnight.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get you soon. What are they doing now? What are you pointing out?
And this is a total recap of everything.
Which is perfect.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's Edge of Spider-Verse 2. There's, you know, number
Where's she
1.
coming from?
There's number, I think, 3 when she was unmasked. You know, I mean, it tells you everything that needs to happen. And it's not like a, you know, Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy from another blah, 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 blah. It has this quick little thing up here, you know, and then you read.
I actually like the way
comic
that's
of the
done.
recap.
That saved my ass with all the Secret Wars stuff, you know, because after a month, keep knocking, but you can't come
I
in.
have no idea who you are.
I don't know who that is.
I can't tell.
I can't tell
So,
either.
if I don't know you, no. Anyway,
You're mean.
I know, totally, right?
give me money. You're gonna
Just see
Give
who it
you-
is.
okay.
See
I'll
if,
see.
if they've got a hold or something.
Yeah.
The tension mounts.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're not going to let them.
Tension mounts.
Okay, I guess we'll let this one in.
Thanks.
Oh, him?
Interloper.
Crazy person?
No.
We weren't quite sure. Hey, you're locked in now.
And now we know you are.
See, now that's a real comic shop. When somebody gets to come in after closing and look at their stuff and.
Yeah.
You need how many? 20?
Sure. I'll
See?
take the rest of these two.
Even other comic shops are coming in again.
I know.
I'll take all of your Lumberjanes,
Yeah.
No you won't.
all of your new Avengers.
Let's see if I can find these.
Ooh, my brother's comic! The Adventures of Castle Mill. Whoa! Spider-Man! It's Captain America! Silver Surfer! Whoa, She-Hulk! Hey, twerp! You better not be in my... Mom, these are my comics again! Marvel superhero sand, pebbles, and shovels. One included with every Castle Mill. Captain America, Silver Surfer, Spider-Man, and She-Hulk. You can collect a different one each week at White Castle.
Don't be giving away my copy of 2099.
Oh, I
on
wouldn't
your
do
hold.
that. No.
Whew.
If it's on your hold, then you'll get it.
I don't know if it's well. All the new launches are on my hold. So, what's your favorite comic of last week, man?
I don't read any of this shit.
Huh? You don't read any of this shit?
We have no 2099.
And now you know where not to go.
Nice.
We have no 2099s. Well, don't go to either of our fucking stores if you want Spider-Man 2099, because thanks, Diamond.
I'll have
Thanks,
like,
Diamond.
Thanks,
I don't
Diamond.
have 30 for the shelf, sorry. I guess just those.
All right, well, there we go.
You didn't get any 2099s?
No.
Nope.
What the
Yeah,
fuck is up with that?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Because I talked to a couple people up in Ogden, they didn't get any either.
Maybe it's not a real book anymore.
It's not a real book.
No. Oh, so my
Did I actually
other
get it in this
favorite
week?
was Space Riders. The conclusion of Space
yeah.
Riders.
Space Riders. That's a kooky looking
so they're
book.
4 each. Is 3
Three,
each
yes.
without tax going to leave you enough to make anything? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, Doctor Strange last week was pretty good. So was Paper Girls, actually.
See? Everybody is saying that. Everybody is saying that.
Once it actually came in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, were you short on that?
They shipped me half.
Ah. We didn't get enough.
If anybody out there actually has a lot of money and wants to start a distribution company,
Oh, yeah,
Please
sure, we'll go
do
with
it.
we'll go with you.
Please do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Only if you're competent.
Diamond's theme song should be Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. or some great song about being incredibly inept.
Yeah.
So $1 each, right?
Is there anything from
Yeah,
last
that's
week
it. That's
that
it.
we should mention before we move on to this week?
Codename Babushka. That was really cool.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's
Pardon me.
one named Babushka. It's a cool Russian spy book with a twist.
Is that like to make up for Red 1?
Yes.
Just kind of going away?
Yes. So
What happened to that book?
Don't.
Dodson.
It was killer.
Dodson.
Just
It was
They
killer.
cannot put out a book. The Dodsons cannot put out a book.
So now everyone who misses Red 1 after the second issue can just go over to Babushka.
Yep.
yeah. So basically, we kept changing these out because we kept selling out of things that we liked.
Yeah.
We just had to keep going.
Take this with me tonight too. See what they do to me? Drug peddlers. 4-color drug peddlers.
I mean, we could keep going.
yes.
It's not difficult. Lumberjanes Trade 2. Did you read Warren Ellis's Injection?
Yes,
Yet? Yeah,
I've got that.
should.
I read everything Warren Ellis does, even though he's a bit of a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
He can write like a demon still, so.
I don't
What do you
wanna
mean
read
drug
this
dealers?
book.
Why would you call us drug dealers? Just because we have a huge supply of stuff that we sample ourselves and you get your first one free in May. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to be shooting up ink by the time you guys are done.
4-color heroin, baby.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Look, I mean, don't look. What? Look, I don't even know how that happened. Comics.
It's a bleeding
Dangerous.
red ink.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh.
I bleed cyan. Look at that, man.
That was him yesterday.
Fucking comics, man.
That's brutal,
We
dude.
spent.
Stop
we-
flipping the pages with your toes and maybe you won't get paper cuts on your shins.
We spent a good 5 minutes yesterday just comparing oh, how did we hurt ourselves today?
I won because that one was nasty yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday that was bad. We
That
don't
was a
take
bloody
care of
mess.
ourselves. We take care of the comics. We bag and board them with care.
I've actually hurt myself not dropping my comics so they would get bent. I'll take the fall. I don't care. Because comic books are forever. Pain is only fleeting.
It's true.
So what are we looking forward to this week?
Bombshells, which is a surprisingly good series from DC, which could have been something terrible, but it's one of the few things that they're doing right. Lumberjanes, of course, Beyond Bay Leaf, the #1 one-shot, where this is an excellent time to get into Lumberjanes if you haven't before. An amazing book. And we got... See? Not even difficult, right? Yeah.
I'm an easy mark, dude.
I'm excited.
I'm
for
weak.
Twilight Children. Vertigo has not been pushing this book.
No, why are you doing this to me, dude?
And
They gotta push that stuff better.
yep.
They don't want me to clear out my pull box fully by the end of the month.
Hold on. This is gonna be the best one. This is. Oh, that wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be.
You call that a segue?
Fucking.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Variant cover. Real. And you think that's great? The regular cover is just as good.
Whoa.
Scotty Young. Scotty fucking Young.
Ooh, which one do I want?
Both.
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 How much is the variant here?
$3.99.
$3.99?
Price.
Nope. $3.50.
$3.50?
$3.50.
I want both, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take this tonight. Put that in my box.
Okay. Sounds good.
I come in here to do a report, and my stack just goes. Whoa! Like, sure, come in after closing. We'd love to have you here. Yeah, I need number 3 of that too.
If
You're
you-
the one who turned me on to that.
Yeah, if you like Wicked and Divine or the old Phonogram series, this is doing the 80s music stuff, right? Like we were
It sent me
talking
right
about.
back to read The Wicked and the Divine, actually.
Yeah.
So
Which also comes out tomorrow, as does
Yep.
Sex Criminals. And
Oh God, the cover for Sex Criminals. I'm not even gonna show you.
you know, I've not read that.
Oh,
Need to read it.
You-
Really? I looked at it and I was kind of like, but it's got such a good
Trust me.
reputation.
Trust me.
So I'm denying myself. Just read it,
You
muscle it down, and
You
I'll become obsessed with it.
Just read it.
You'll love it.
So these are coming out tomorrow. Phonogram 3.
Yes.
You know what, Fairyland?
Oh, you do.
That reminds me of my daughter when she was about that age.
One of the ones I'm really
Twilight
excited
Children.
for as well is a new Black Mask book.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Clandestino.
Yeah, Clandestino. And it's fantastic because if you liked Young Terrorists, this is by the same artist. Written and there you go. I was going to say written and directed, but it kind of is. It's a
Written and directed.
Well, it looks like,
kind of.
it almost looks like it's reminiscent of that
Look at this.
Benicio del Toro movie that just came out about
Yes. But this has been in the works for some
Look how they
time.
packed that. It's a hardcover. I can't get it out.
It's like a crime comic or something.
I have to damage something else to get this out.
Thanks,
Oh, that's
Diamond.
beautiful.
So those are all new. What are we actually going to read first from this week? What's on the top of the reading stack?
Clandestina.
Clandestina?
Yeah.
I'm going to read this and pretend that it's my daughter's.
You can read it to her.
I mean, I did get this from my daughter, but this, oh my God, look at that.
I know, it's gorgeous. And we only got one copy because I didn't put it on my
Beautiful. Man,
Oh wow.
That's what happens.
What's this? Is this new?
It's a Neil Gaiman.
it's a Neil Gaiman book.
By the way, what do we think of Neil Gaiman's recent work on Miracle Man?
That's his old
It's-
work on.
yeah, it's not
Oh, is it? Is it a reprint?
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess
good.
his most recent work on it.
I was getting confused because of some of the dates on it.
Yeah.
Because it's actually my introduction to Miracle Man, believe it or not.
That's a good introduction.
yeah,
that's a
that's
really
good.
good introduction. And there, there's a lot of stuff going on with that book that it was Neil Gaiman and Alan Moore's kind of shared property. But
That's shitty.
Alan Moore was done. And he said, "I'm done with this." He's insufferable. Yes,
Just let the title say it.
and he looks like a gravedigger. And so, Alan Moore was like, "Okay, I'm done with this," and he gave all of his ownership legally to Neil Gaiman of Miracle Man.
Oh, so he actually owned some of the property.
He owned part of it because he co-created it, essentially. I mean, like the new stuff,
Right.
Not the old.
Yeah, because there was a Golden Age Marvel Man.
Yeah,
right?
there's a Marvel Man, and then they changed it. And Miracle Man was his,
Right.
partially his, and he gave up all of his ownership willingly and gladly to Neil Gaiman and said, "I'm done with this. I've done what I'm going to do with it." And then later on was pissed off at Neil Gaiman
Good. Oh, that sounds like Alan Moore.
because that sounds like Alan Moore. Yeah, because that makes sense. Right?
Because he's crazy.
Yes, he is.
We love him, but he's crazy.
Magic
Love it.
crazy.
Okay, and I'm going to do this because we do have hardcovers as well. Killing and Dying.
Oh,
Stores.
no, wait, that's mine.
Oh, well, you won't be able to get it because the other one's
Fuck, man.
mine.
Greedy.
Wayward.
I need to
it's-
get that.
We could do that. Do that. And then Two Brothers, which is Fabio Moon, Gabriel Ba. If you've ever read Day Tripper, amazing. And if you haven't, you should. And you should also read this.
Who doesn't like Gabriel Ba as a communist? So
This is. Oh no! Wait a minute. This is. No, this is Optic Nerve. I already have this stuff.
Oh.
This is so good. You can tell because I was fighting for it.
No, I already
and
have
this
mine in the
is-
back.
This is indie comics kind of at its
At its
best.
best.
really, let's take a look
Yeah.
inside.
Oh, yeah.
What makes it indie comics at
You
its
know who will love
best?
this? Teal.
Oh yeah. This started out, Optic Nerve, his series started out as being just a little tiny self-published kind of fanzine comic. And they were like little ashcan sized. And he started getting a following and signed up with Drawn and Quarterly, I believe, and started doing them full comic sized. And those smaller ones are impossible to find. I've got reprints of them, but you can't find them; they're just gone. And it's kind of that day in the life, almost autobiographical sort of stuff.
So it's kind of for fans of stuff like Love and Rockets
Yes.
and
Yeah.
And Love and Rockets, maybe some Chester Brown stuff. Maybe a little bit of Jeffrey Brown stuff, but it's a very different style than those guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if you just like more reality based stuff like, and some of Jeff Lemire's early stuff too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
gosh,
was
yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah, the County Nurse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is a country.
It seems like a nice alternative to
No,
kind
it's
of break
Essex
up
County.
all
Essex
your
County.
superhero title reading and stuff like that too.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. It's so
There's,
good.
yeah.
I think
The
we
packaging on those are gorgeous.
we can all agree on like diversity in your library is going to
See, and that's what I always
pay off
do.
hardcore.
I mean, I'm surprised at how many Marvel and DC titles I buy now. But they're good ones.
Yeah.
I don't buy bad things most of the time. Sometimes I do.
You almost sweared.
Well,
She almost sweared.
oh no. I mean, I'm still buying Batman, I know.
It's pretty easy to not hate Marvel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DC's got some great stuff. I'm really liking the 2 Robin books, We Are Robin and Robin, Son of Batman. I think the character of Robin is finally seriously coming into his own.
We'll see in
After all the
December
pushing.
with Robin War, where Damien's
No,
going off.
don't even fucking. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's it's
Don't even
already
say that,
happening.
man.
You can't do anything
No,
about
don't
it.
say Robin War. Just
The War of the Robins. Robin War 2, I don't know. World War Robin. How about that? Instead of World War Hunk. World War Hunk.
World War Hunk. The Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans fight.
That's a comic that would sell.
That would be hella funny.
That would sell.
That would be so funny. World War Hunk.
Yes, I like that. I
my.
like that. That's a go. World War Hunk is a go.
I am copywriting that right now. This is official.
No, I've said that so many times.
How about
Accidentally.
World War Punk?
World War
where
Punk.
old hardcore bands battle new hardcore bands who don't understand the genre at all.
like
that.
H. Sharp and the
I like that a
Bad
lot.
Brains jumps in and beats some emo kid's ass
Yeah.
or spits on the grave of Bradley Knoll from Sublime for...
You know what comic would go well with that? We Can Never Go Home.
Yes!
Coming in trade in November. And you can always get all of your Black Mask books here as well. Again, I see it just keeps popping up.
And they're incredibly supportive of this shop too, so...
Yeah.
They are. They're great.
And of the Valkyries, and they're just such nice people in general.
Speaking of trades, are there any new trades out
Oh,
this week that we want to...
yes, these were big 3 for me. And then we've got...
Yeah, so we looked at the Wayward book,
Yes.
which is incredibly worth your time.
Yeah. For kids and people like us and everyone alike, this is a beautiful new collection from Adventure Time.
That's not even a collection.
It's
That
not?
is-
It's a new store?
No, man, this is
Well,
all
it's
new.
New store.
This is all new stuff. This
Technically,
is so
it's-
cool.
It's
But
amazing how that
it's a
show
graphic
translates to comics so well too.
Yeah. I mean, this
They're
stuff
really
is-
doing a good job with that.
This is so cool.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude.
Isn't that nice?
It's Bella was reading it.
Yeah, my
Taylor's
daughter was
holding up
reading
something
that,
neat, I think.
Death
That's pretty
Vigil.
cool.
Finally, you can get the completed collection, which is great. All of these Baltimore trades are coming out, so it's really great. There's some great Halloween stuff like this week, you guys. If you haven't been reading it, Coffin Hill is surprisingly creepy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that. I
it's
love
really
that
good.
title.
Like dropped off for a minute, but then good.
Surprised
All
it's
the-
not optioned for a series yet, actually.
Probably will be. Who knows?
Can I go back to this for just a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
yes.
This is what's so cool about this. Is this actually is created by a father and daughter.
Right.
That is them. And they play the evil father and daughter on Adventure Time.
Oh, wow.
And this is the cool thing about it. It's got all this stuff here, and then it is Marcelina's super secret scrapbook. So when you flip that over, and you take the dust jacket off,
No way.
that's her scrapbook.
Okay, we might not have one of these for tomorrow.
That's
And
how
that's
you package
all-
a book right there, man.
Yeah, and
Yes.
this is all of Marcelina's stuff. Guess
that's
what? We're
neat.
gonna summon my dad.
And that's really out of his scrapbook,
Wow.
isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Wow.
I
Yeah,
think
I
I
might
think
take
Taylor
this
just
one
spent some
home.
more of her own money.
Oh, all those aliens figures and animated series figures, and
Here you go. Put that where you need to put it. Well, don't do that. It'll hurt.
it's mine. Don't tell me what to do.
So lastly, I want to mention you guys have a sale coming up too. Speaking of graphic novels and stuff
Yes,
like
we
that,
do.
right?
Oh yeah.
Want to drop the info about
It
that?
is, what was it, 24th and 25th?
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday before Halloween.
Ding, 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 ding.
And you
Dun,
can
dun,
look
dun,
on
dun,
our
dun.
website, blackhat-comics.com, or on our Facebook, just /Black Hat Comics.
There will be 50% off all the graphic novels in stock, which we just got so many more in.
Yeah.
We had to expand to another bookcase for
exciting.
all of them.
New things are
50%
happening.
all that. 50% off.
And all of the back issues too.
Yep.
So everything here in the long boxes.
Everything in the long boxes. Yep.
What about the back issues on the wall?
Nope.
Those are not bad.
Okay.
But the graphic
So
novels
we're
on
just
the
calling
wall,
those
yeah.
current issues,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Graphic novels on the wall, yes.
these. Anything bound like this.
Awesome.
Or like that.
50% off, man.
Yeah.
And also the manga.
Yeah.
The manga graphic
Manga,
novels too.
manga. Yeah, all that jazz.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen the Ultraman Viz manga? The volume 1? I just read it. It's great.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
See,
Hayata, the original guy, exists in it. His son kind of inherits the powers, and an alien comes from somewhere else, wanting to, of course, wipe everybody out. It's very basic, you know, but it's actually really, really...
Well, those are whole
Okay. Man, here's Greg's. I'm going to read this soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. The unholy tree.
Oh, my Greg. Greg.
Yep, that's
Greg.
Jesus. And he is Satan's lover.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Really,
That's the
it's
thing.
a really touching story.
So it's completely non-confrontational,
No,
absolutely
Right,
perfect
yeah.
for Salt Lake
For
City,
everybody.
Utah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Appropriate
it's,
for
yeah.
kids, just like I hate Fairyland.
Yep.
That's not serious. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't listen.
Well, you turned me on to, what was it, Escape from Zombie Island, too?
Oh, Escape from Jesus
yeah.
Island.
Jesus Island, that's that
The
word.
new apostles. Spoiler.
Yes.
Introducing the Holy Spirit. Satan, meet the new apostles.
That's so much better than Next Testament, let me just say. So much better.
It's the newest.
Not for everybody, but perfect for the right people,
Yes, there you go.
of which he's probably
I
one.
am so one.
Heretic,
I am
sinner.
I am
So, I have a plug for something.
Sure.
And it's not the Sex Criminals cover.
I was not going to do that.
I know, but you
I
were
wasn't going to
thinking
do
it.
that. I was thinking.
Yeah, I know. So, let's see. This Saturday, down in Provo, you can look this up on their Facebook page, but it's the Wasatch Arts and Comics Festival. It's a small, independent gathering of people in Provo and all that area of comics, you know, just creators, people who are just locals who doodle on their time off or have their own little chat books. It's great. I got a chance to speak with Jess Smiley for Slug Soundwave, so if you want to check that out. But it's on Saturday, and it's going to be awesome.
And that's in Provo?
Yep.
So it's like a good networking thing to meet other fans and other creators and
Yeah. And
people
it's
working
like,
locally.
Yeah, it's like what Comic-Cons wish, or like what we wish Comic-Con
It's not what Comic-Con is exactly
No.
what it wishes
Yeah,
it were.
money.
Yeah.
This is
Ching,
more,
ching, ching, ching.
This is just more like, hey, check out my stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, they're really nice people.
Very important to attend those kinds of things too, because it
Yeah.
keeps the real end of comic book culture alive.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
you
And then
know,
you come here and you talk about it. You bring your stuff in. It's fun.
well, hell yeah.
Oh, there's one more thing I'm looking forward to reading.
There's always one more thing.
I know that. I know. God, I know. But the new Crossed.
Oh my God.
And here's the situation with Crossed, okay? Crossed is very offensive, okay? If you're offended by anything, don't even pick it up because it'll burn you and it's, okay? But Crossed is a book from Avatar. It's kind of a cross between 28 Days Later, God.
Almost a post-apocalyptic thing, like a social apocalypse.
Right,
Kind of
yeah.
thing.
Like if Walking Dead, like, did something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. But they're not dead. They're just infected. So
Right.
and they turn into complete raging sociopaths. There's nothing, But this really surprised me. I think I had heard this at one point, but I forgot. That's the new issue that comes out tomorrow. And it's written by Max Bemis from Say Anything,
Yep.
which is really surprising to me that he would do this.
The movie say anything?
No, the band.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the singer for the band Say
I
Anything.
was like, the movie?
And he's done some stuff.
And, and
before.
he's done some stuff before, but man, nothing like this.
Music and
This
comics.
is very intense stuff for him to be-
Confrontational?
Yeah. I'm really surprised he'd have anything to do with this. I mean, I absolutely love the book. It's a fantastic book, but as you can tell from the cover,
Yeah, it's...
that's not okay. I mean, that's far from okay.
Meanwhile,
I've actually done that before, but...
I hope you weren't infected.
No, I'm just an eyeball licker.
Oh, okay. All right. That seems fair. Eyeball liquor. That sounds like a great flavor.
I need to catch up on all the Cross books, actually. I started reading it when it first came out, but then I fell off, and now there's...
So good.
It's as prolific as The Walking Dead. Actually, there's hundreds of issues now for me to read. Probably.
But the great thing about Cross, though, that you don't have to worry about with Walking Dead is anytime there's a new writer, there's a new story.
Right.
So you can, with like with this,
It's like Cross Badlands,
yeah,
Cross
and you
this,
pick
Cross
up
that.
pick up Cross Badlands number 87, and that's the first part of a completely new self-contained story. All you need to know is sick stuff and okay, there you go.
Okay,
Infection.
100 years
Yeah.
later,
There you go.
whatever.
Yeah.
If you ever get confused trying to jump into a title, you can always hit Google and look up like reading order.
Yeah.
I had to do that with the Secret Wars stuff and all that junk.
Wikipedia, like, there's someone out there who cares a lot more than most people
Yeah.
and already has it up. So if you know, you don't know all new, all different, whatever, just Wikipedia it. And I guess 2 more. I'm going to be reading Ms. Marvel and Diesel. Diesel is a new Boombox book, and it's on issue 2 tomorrow, and it's excellent.
What's the general concept?
General concept is it's this young girl who is, well, she wants to be in charge of this like spaceship that everyone, you know, has around, and you know, I'm not doing it justice, but it's really interesting, and it's just like this little bratty girl who's thrust into a world where she needs to grow up a little bit.
So it's sci-fi with a young female protagonist, basically?
Exactly. It's Lumberjanes in space. Basically, I can explain anything in terms of Lumberjanes. Let's do that. That's all I'm going to do from now on.
Kind of like, it sounds like it's almost like a Space Mechanics vibe, too, like Alien and...
Yeah.
What's that? I'm totally talking out of my ass because I haven't seen
it's
a panel of it yet, but...
Yeah.
And that's Diesel?
Yes. Yeah, that's Boombox Studios, and I pretty much trust almost everything that Boom does, except a few things.
I still need to jump into Strange Fruit, which I've been buying.
Captain
but-
America
So good.
Black.
So good.
Yeah?
Such a good book.
Yeah, I've been kind of saving it on my to-read pile.
I'm going to read the
stockpiling
second
the
one.
issues.
I'm not making too many judgments. I'm going to read the second one because that's what I promised I would do. So that's what I got to do.
I've been excited for quite some time to read the second one. I love it.
So
So-
he's going to read Crossed and that, and I'll read everything else that we talked about.
I'm going to go home and read my ass off tonight as well. So there you go. Come into Salt Lake City and Sugar House. What's the address here again?
2261 Highland Drive, and we are apartment, well, we'll just say we're next to GameStop. So if you see the movie theater, turn around, cross the parking lot. We're the ones with the little black cat comic sign.
Yeah, come in and support your brick and mortar comic book shops.
Yes.
And don't go to glorified toy stores for your comic books. Come to a comic book shop where the damn staff knows what they're talking about. Go buy your toys at the other places if you must. Although they do have those here too. And you guys even bring in the hot toys sometimes, which are
Yep.
incredibly hard to get. So
We are a Sideshow toys distributor.
cool.
And Phantom Variant.
And Phantom
Yeah.
Variant. Yeah.
So later in this week, we will be getting our Spider-Gwen Phantom Variants,
Ding 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 ding
as
ding
well
ding
as
ding 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 ding.
Casino Variants.
Yes.
And buy this
So,
book.
By this book.
This is probably the
It's
book
gonna
of
be
the
cool.
week, maybe.
I think
I'm
it's
very
going to
excited
be
to
really
read
cool.
that. I'm really excited to read it.
Anytime Black Mouse comes out with something, I'm just so excited. So,
Shout out to
They
Black
haven't-
Mask.
yeah, they
Lions.
haven't let us down. They only are great people.
Well, I'm going to spend some money and then I'm going to go home and be a total nerd and read all night while smoking cigarettes and drinking Kool-Aid. So,
That seems fair.
Make sure it's red Kool-Aid. That's the only
red
good
Kool-Aid?
thing.
I'm a grape guy. I like green poop.
That works.
Green poop is good, and on that note, later for Black Cat Comics. We'll see you next week.